I unfortunately think is if we're headed into an economic
Your favorite TikToker is broke?
downturn, like it's going to be really hard for them to make money, because I'm not worried about the Carls and Jimmys and Sapnaps who have diversified revenue streams and YouTube channels and Twitch streams. I'm more worried for the TikTok creator who only can do brand deals. There's no ad revenue on TikTok. They maybe do like one brand deal a month. They don't have a
the ad revenue is really bad on TikTok. The ad revenue, I'm actually gonna watch this. The ad revenue is actually really bad on TikTok. This is the biggest problem, and I think that it's going to be changed. I think that it's going to be changed, and this is why. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. So, TikTok has a limited creator fund on their thing. They have a very limited creator fund. It is I don't remember exactly how much it is, but it's been the same since the inception of the creator fund. When I was a really big creator, 2.5 million followers verified. I know you guys have never heard that before. At best, I think I was making about $50 per million views, which could have been really lucrative. Like when I was like at my height on TikTok, there were days where I was pulling 18 million views. There's days where I was pulling $900 a day. It was crazy. 2.4 million. Sorry, go fuck yourself. Of course, like a lot of like it's very fleeting. I've seen more consistency on YouTube. But the thing is that money is now dropped. Or excuse me, there's more creators inside of the TikTok creator fund now. So the amount of the money that you have to split hasn't gone up, right? So now it's maybe $25-$30, and because I have TikTok here and there, and I'll get a couple of like a million hit when I care. Like it's just so fucking stupid. It's nothing. However, YouTube has said that they're going to do a thing where, and I think it's starting next year, they're going to implement a system where they're going to implement a system where they give like I think 45% of the ad revenue that goes onto their like YouTube Shorts. The problem is I don't know if YouTube will ever be able to put I don't know if that'll be enough pressure to make it so people don't put TikToks up and go exclusively to YouTube. I don't think that there's going to ever be enough pressure for that. That's kind of a tall order there. I would hope that it does. But like TikTok is unique in its structure, and it's unique in its like community aspect. Where like I think YouTube Shorts are kind of just like a supplementary thing, or like a secondary thing. They're not super like I don't think anyone's like, yeah, I'm a YouTube Shorts creator. Like it's one of those things, especially since like if you make it on Shorts, you might as well put it on TikTok. So I don't know if they'll ever feel pressured to do that. It would take a significant amount of pressure to get them to actually do something worthwhile. But that's the unfortunate part.
Community where they can sell a substantial amount of apparel. They aren't creating their own businesses. That's who I'm worried for.
I've never seen an app where getting 1 million views is just clockwork. When TikTok popped off in 2019, 2020, the views people were getting was insane.
Yeah, well, that's because, there's a lot of reasons for that. One, the videos are like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, even like 7 seconds long. I think 7 or 8 seconds is their sweet spot. I forget what it was. And so like if you have somebody on there, I think the average amount was like 50 minutes or something. I think that's what it is. If you're watching 50 minutes and you're watching 15-second videos, what is that, like 200 videos a day? But bro, COVID, boom. There was people who were home longer. They were watching more content. That's where I blew up. A lot of content creators blew up during COVID, and a lot of the ones who blew up during COVID struggle now to stay relevant. You know what I mean? You could probably say for me too, but I think I've pulled in like a nice little niche of just like chilling, playing video games and doing video reactions and shit. And it's crazy though. It's fucking crazy.
Every single day when I go on TikTok, I swear to God, I find a creator that has 1 million followers that I've never heard about.
Yeah.
Now, I say this all the time on this channel. Cat's out the bag, man. We can make money on social media. But making money on social media as a whole is already like a relatively new industry, let alone a platform that just pretty much blew up 3 to 4 years ago. But
GH0SLY1K just
thanks for the sub, brother.
for 10 months. W Mr. Gut.
Very poggers.
I have just seen way too many case studies and way too many articles about how much
money TikTok actually creators, TikTokers share how much they make from the brand. Yeah, brand deals. I never really get brand deals.
Money TikTokers are making and how they make their money. That it's scaring me, man. It's alarming me.
Why?
As creators, it's very satisfying to put up videos and then overnight it just gets 400,000, 500,000, 1 million, 2 million views. You're getting all these likes, you're getting all these followers, you're getting all these comments. And naturally, as content creators, naturally as people,
but you get paid where you don't get paid in money. You get paid in that dopamine rush.
See that?
And then when you don't get those views anymore, you get paid in depression. I'll say one thing, probably like the biggest thing that if you ever want to be a content creator is to just learn that like everything is fleeting. You're gonna have your ups and you're gonna have your downs, and when you're in a down period, don't like lose confidence. Because very few people like actually hate like their favorite creators once they get fewer views. Just so you know, it's more about like encapsulating some really like hardcore loyal followers and keeping them going.
What do you think? Deadass. What do you think? What you think and what you're probably gonna do is think of ways of how to build off of that viral video.
bro.
And truly, I don't blame them. Keep in mind that a lot of these creators are kids, like teenagers, 15, 16, 17-year-olds. So they're just looking at the likes and the comments and getting a lot of satisfaction from it, and they just want to keep on continuing that.
It's kind of funny when you think about that. It's like it's like new child labor. You make an app and you have a bunch of kids like perform on it, and like they don't want money because they don't really understand money. And then when you give them money, they're like, oh my god, I got 3 million views. I got $100. Whoa! And it's like, god damn, bro, you're getting fucking scammed. I think the math is like 6 to 10% of the amount of ad revenue that's made is actually getting passed on to creators. It's not fucking nuts.
So they just
YouTube, I think, is like 45 or 55% goes to the creator, which I think is fair. 50-50 split is pretty fair to me.
keep on doing what works. For me, on YouTube, that's what happened. I had a semi-viral, I wouldn't consider it viral, but I had a successful video. I thought of ways to build off of that. Next thing you know, I'm an NBA YouTuber. Now, after a lot of soul searching, I found a weakness in my whole business content model. So I started
Yeah, baby, you can come in. My wife wants to come in here. What's up, baby?
making different pivots. But I'm just saying, I get where creators are coming from, okay? Now let's get into the money talk, the bad talk. How do people make money on TikTok? The first method that comes to mind is the creator fund. Now what the creator fund is essentially TikTok giving you a lump sum of money every month, depending on how many views you get. And that is the simplest way to put it. And truly, that's the only way to put it. And other platforms have copied this. YouTube has their YouTube Shorts fund. Instagram has their Instagram Reels bonus. Do keep in mind that these funds do not give you any details on exactly how the payments are calculated. I'm sure they have some system in the back end of how they calculate it, but they don't share it.
Yeah, they just have like a static fund, and you get like a bit of that based on how many other people get a bit of that. Like that's pretty much the way that it works. Pretty stupid.
It's not like YouTube AdSense where they're gonna give you your video CPM by the day, give you your RPM by the day, and give you estimated revenue like to the cent every single day. And once the actual deposit hits, it's actually very, very accurate to what you get. It is not like that for these funds. And also keep in mind that most creators do not make a lot of money from these creator funds.
Me and my family pulled in 26 million views on TikTok last week. And for those 26 million views, we got paid a sum total of $200.
When you were on
I don't think I believe that. I honestly just don't believe that. What do you say?
On TikTok last week. And for those 26 million views, we got paid a sum total of $200.
I don't believe that they're not being honest. I'm sorry, but yeah, they got paid more than $200. I'm just like saying like that just doesn't, unless they weren't in the creator fund or something, there's no way that you pulled 36 million views and only got $200. You're lying.
Views on
Most creators do not make a lot of money from these creator funds.
Me and my family pulled in 26 million views on TikTok last week. And for those 26 million views, we got paid a sum total of $200.
You probably got paid like $700 or $800. I just they're not being honest. I'm sorry. 26 million views. Yeah, no, they didn't. They're lying about how much they made. I'm just saying. Unless again, if it was your whole family got it, maybe they weren't in the creator fund or something. But like it's just factually incorrect. I just don't believe that. Maybe they're outside of America and it's different there. I doubt it. I don't know.
when you were on TikTok exclusively at your peak, how much money were you making?
Include brand deals if it's applicable.
Including brand deals.
Yeah.
I would say maybe $2,000.
How many views would you say you were like getting a month?
5 mil.
Yeah, fuck that.
From experience on the YouTube side of things, the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast got like, I don't know, 20 million views in 1 month, and through the Creator Shorts Fund, I can't give you guys the actual number, but we got like less than $2,000. Let's just put it that way. To put that into context, 16 million views in long form content, traditional YouTube videos. It could be 4-minute videos. It doesn't have to be 8+ minute videos. That is netting you well within 5 figures. Heck, the money is so insignificant. People are actually not even signing up for the Creator Fund because there's this conspiracy, and I have to emphasize that this is just a conspiracy.
Yeah. People think that it lowers their views. I don't think it's true.
This is just a theory that some people have. And the theory goes that if you sign up for the Creator Fund, TikTok is actually going to shadow ban you to some degree. They're going to.
No, I don't think that that's true at all. I don't think that they give that they don't care. They wouldn't. There's no incentive for TikTok to do that because they don't pay you more money, right? Like it's like, hey, we have this much money in the Creator Fund. They don't give a fuck who gets the money. That's all the money that they're going to give. It doesn't happen. What a lot of times happens is that people will sign up for the Creator Fund and then they'll notice that they're making less money, or they're getting fewer views because that's just the natural cycle of content, and they need something to blame it on. That's what it really comes down to more than anything else.
Going to lower the amount of impressions and views that your videos get, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of the Creator Fund. You get more money when you get more views, but TikTok is, you know what I'm saying? So other people, some people have actually go as far as to not even sign up for the Creator Fund because they
because they're fucking dumb. Sorry to those people, but you're like, it's like a fucking, it's like a conspiracy you guys are falling for, you know?
Rather take a lot of views that aren't decreased by the algorithm, and taking their chances on making money in another way. And the other way for a lot of these creators is through brand deals. For those who don't know what a brand deal is, essentially it's when brands and companies go to a creator, ask them to promote their product, and they get paid in some sort of fashion. Now, rates do vary based off of a lot of factors: your follower count, your view count, your engagement, the niche that you're in. But I'm pretty sure you've seen a TikToker dance in front of a Bang energy drink. That's a brand integration right there, right in front of you. And a vast majority of
I wonder how it works though. They probably gave them they probably paid them, but more than anything else, it's most likely they're getting more of that money through like a code. That's one of the things they'll do. They'll give you like a code. They'll say, "Oh, you get a percentage of this code." So then you're like, "Okay, I guess I'll put Bang in every video in the hopes people will use my code."
of TikTokers that have shared how they make their money, they have stated that a majority of that money does come through brand deals.
How do you make money?
A lot of promo.
A lot of promo. Wait, so you're not promoting your own stuff. You're promoting.
No, that's all. Yeah. People's songs, products.
Now there are
It's crazy though, because like imagine you're a TikToker, you make like 15-second videos, and every one of your videos is basically just a promo for somebody else's thing. Like, what's your platform really mean? You know, you're a glorified commercial at that point. Like that's such a depressing existence. I feel like for the creator to just be like literally just a commercial. And you don't even get to express yourself as who you are as a person. Like, how fucked is that? It's fucking nuts.
other monetization.
Yeah, and then they complain when their channel dies. Yeah, because like that's what happens. They fucking, they're like, well, we liked you because you were cool, and now you're just a commercial. And they might not like say it outright, but that's basically what ends up happening.
Options. Some people do TikTok lives where the audience can donate money on the stream. Some people set up an OnlyFans or a Patreon where, you know, their audience can pay to get exclusive content.
Yeah,
Some people
like
have
a
merch,
piece.
and the real smart ones, the real big steppers in the room, they take their audience on TikTok and try to funnel it over to a platform that'll probably make them more money, more sustainable money, like YouTube, like Twitch.
Really, it's really just YouTube. I don't even think Twitch is it's not even worth it. Twitch is just not, like, I stream on Twitch and that's fine. I like streaming on Twitch because not a lot of people watch. I know that sounds silly, but like I'm chill with it. Like I have a small community of people that could pop in, like I'll be more interactive with them, but like it's not worth it. If you're actually trying to like stream, if you're actually trying to be a successful streamer, you really should not use Twitch. Whoever is successful now will continue to be the only ones that are like successful. You're probably not going to blow up or pop off in any real like meaningful capacity. You're better off Twitch streaming. You're better off dual streaming, to be absolutely honest with you. YouTube's just getting better as a streaming service, so.
Like a podcast, I don't know. Speaking of, check out my Patreon, links in the description. I got my own creator podcast, upload once a week, links in the description. But again, I just want to emphasize, for a majority of TikTok creators whose primary platform is TikTok, their bread and butter is making content on TikTok. They're not really focusing on other funnels and merch and stuff like that. A majority of their money does come through brand deals and the creator fund if they're in it, but primarily brand deals.
Yeah, you're better off. You got to get to a platform. Like you're fucked. Like,
can even get it. So as a viewer, you might be asking, why are you so scared for these TikTok creators? It sounds like they got a lot of monetization options. They should be fine. Well, one, like the title suggests, a lot of these TikTokers are not making as much money as you would think. When you think of someone with 300K followers, let alone 1 million, you're thinking that guy is making bank. They might be doing content.
Well, no, not really. Only because like it's different, bro. Like you're on TikTok. You know, somebody watches a 15-second video of yours and they like it a lot. It's like, boom, I like that, and then you move on. So like a 300K, like somebody on TikTok with 300K is like nothing to me. I don't think you really become like an actual content creator until you get like 10 mil, to be honest with you. That's just what I think. It's just, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think they're making bank. Maybe they're doing okay, but...
creation full-time, which is great, but no, they're not millionaires. And even for the people who are making a lot of money through brand deals on TikTok, I'm still worried for them, because the rates they're getting on these brand deals are dependent on their performance right now. And this is the case across social media, I understand, but I'm just saying, what happens when you're not doing the latest TikTok trend? Are people actually still viewing your content? Do people truly care about the content that you're doing, or are you just getting followers? There is a difference between gaining followers and gaining actual supporters. I'll give you guys an example, and this is before TikTok, but do y'all remember Shiggy? Because I ain't gonna lie, right now, I'm kind of forgetting what he was even famous for, but I'm pretty sure it was for the Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? I'm pretty sure it's for that song.
That was actually kind of good. It was actually pretty good.
Like that dance. Shiggy had a crazy peak. He had a dance that everyone was doing. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what he's done since 2019. 2018 even. And hey, maybe Shiggy made enough money during his peak for him to just retire and chill for the rest of his life. But A majority of creators are not even gonna get to Shiggy's peak. As a guy who frequents on TikTok myself, I've also seen a lot of creators with like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 10 million followers on the app, right? If they went to VidCon, now mind you, VidCon used to be
If they go to VidCon, nobody's really gonna know who the fuck they are.
sponsored by YouTube. It is now sponsored by TikTok, right? It is now sponsored by TikTok. Keep that in mind. A lot of these TikTokers with 5 million followers, keep in mind, 5 million followers did a meetup during VidCon. And if you compare that to Bruce, shout out to Bruce drop him off, who doesn't even have 1 million followers on his Twitch and doesn't have 1 million subscribers on his YouTube.
That's a lot though. 700,000 on YouTube is like fucking 70 million on Twitch or some shit, you know, or on fucking TikTok. It's crazy, brother.
Channel. And they did a meetup at VidCon. I'm telling you right now, Bruce is gonna have a much more lit meetup than a lot of these TikTokers. And the reason why is because Bruce has built an audience of true supporters.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you're willing to watch somebody for more than like a fucking 10 minutes, like bro, he gets people to watch him on a stream. That person is more likely to show up than some asshole who fucking follows you for a 15-second funny tee-hee video. It's hard to become like a liked TikTok creator.
True supporters, people that watch his content for him and has built a community within and of itself that interacts with each other. While a lot of these TikTokers, people just like and comment and follow their page just to see more of their content. They're not actually supporting their content, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? What happens when you're not the new hot creator on the block? What happens when your views and your numbers inevitably go down? What is your landing spot? Do you even have one? And is that going to
Because that's going to happen on any platform. You're going to have your ups and downs. So, like, what do you really have on TikTok? It's fucking depressing, bro. It's fucking crazy.
Lifestyle that you were now used to when you were at your peak. Were you actually building a fan base of supporters, or were people just following you because you were trendy? And I know this video is titled and it's focused on TikTok creators, but the concerns that I just mentioned, those are concerns that I have for social media creators across the board. I've seen a lot of people recently flexing their growth on YouTube through YouTube Shorts. They're getting a bunch of subscribers. They're getting to 100K, getting plaques primarily through YouTube Shorts. And it is impressive to some degree. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really impressed if you're not converting all those impressions going into your channel to some sort of long form content.
I mean, like, listen, here's the thing. Because I somewhat disagree. I agree mostly, but there's an aspect of this where I disagree. Because he was saying... I understand what he's saying. He's like, if you can't get into long form content, then what does that mean? However, here's what I will say. I think it's less about like long form content and like having more established content. If you're being an established TikToker doesn't really mean, okay, let me rephrase that. Being a TikToker doesn't really mean shit. It's hard to become like an established TikToker. I think that if you're somebody that is successful in TikTok and YouTube Shorts and then like Instagram Reels, then you've cemented yourself reasonably in like short form content that a lot of people like. But it is very common for people to have like really viral TikToks, but nobody watches them on YouTube and nobody watches them on Instagram. That to me means like you need to figure something out and become more established in like a platform in some capacity. TikTok alone isn't good as long as you can reach it out to other platforms. Like I see people like Max Taylor Lifts. He's successful on TikTok and Instagram. I think maybe YouTube Shorts. I'm not 100% sure. That's where you're getting more established. But like TikTok is just so different. TikTok's algorithm is so different. I feel like YouTube and Instagram kind of tries to like keep you somewhat in like a different way. I don't know. I feel like they're more consistent platforms where YouTube is a little bit more like oh fuck, like crazy. So it's like TikTok TikTok is in and of itself just an advertising platform, and you need to build something else off of that. But long form content is really your best bet.
The Shorts fund is not going to be enough for you to do this full time. And
like this video comes, they announced this video's like 20 days old. They announced I think like a couple days ago that they're changing the Shorts fund next year to like an actual static, like basically like 45% of the ad revenue. So it's going to be much more viable.
Even though anyone that's actually getting significant brand deals on YouTube Shorts specifically. And this conversation is just bigger than even short form content, because on YouTube, there are creators that are growing really large platforms off of making challenge videos, right? And they're getting a lot of views, millions of views, but the content, again, isn't really cultivating an actual community. People are clicking on these videos just as one-offs, essentially. And I'll call out names. It is what it is. I am worried for a creator like Matthew Bean, because although, again, he's getting a lot of views, millions of views on long form videos, I'm not sure if he's actually building a community. And if that
Well, I think Matthew B will be fine. I don't know why you worry about him, but okay.
If that's the case, how many I built a blank for blank creator videos can you truly do? Like at some point, people have to watch your videos for you. And you would think Twitch streamers are off the hook because they make crazy long form content. They must be building a strong community of followers, but that's not the case. It is insane to me that Myth, I was on his live stream yesterday, was struggling to pull 500 concurrent viewers. This was a guy pulling thousands of concurrent viewers on Twitch a couple years ago. This is the same guy who has a YouTube channel with 4 million subscribers, closing in on 5. and you can't pull 500 people on your live stream. So then I asked myself, like, why is this the case? This is insane. Like, from what I know, he is a household name in the Fortnite community, and Fortnite is still popping. The reason is because his social media presence, his content was way too predicated on his ability to be good at these games, and they were also way too predicated on how hot the games were. Now, maybe for the creators I mentioned, they've made so much money at their peak that they're truly content with just coasting the rest of their lives. And that is perfectly fine. All power to you guys, but the reality is, the guys I just mentioned are extreme cases. Not everyone can peak to the level of a Shiggy, to the level of a Myth, to the level of a Matthew Bean. But there are creators that are actively trying to blow up in these fashions though, that may just peak at, I don't know, 500K. They had a year where they made $70,000 and they think that's gonna be the money that they're gonna be getting for the rest of their lives. But then when their views inevitably go down, now they're having a lot of trouble maintaining the lifestyle that they've established. Now, there are a lot of TikTokers that see what I'm seeing. Some TikTokers understand that TikTok is not the—
Well, I mean, part of that, you have to understand that, like, there's like a volatility when it comes to content creation. I think that one of the biggest things for bigger people in general, when you get a lot of views, is that you think that it's forever, and then you will fall off. Like, there's like a 99% chance that it will happen. But like, that's natural, and you need to just not be upset about the fall off, because eventually you'll fall back on. You know what I mean? If you keep your shit up, it'll be up and down. And just like, you know, stick to like a— can you stop staring at this fucking picture? Sorry. And stick to stick to your content and shit. Don't go too crazy just because you have like a low view session. Just kind of ride the low views, and if it's like really like in a more permanent capacity, then maybe like experiment with some content, and just don't go crazy, you know?
The end goal. It is a way for them to get eyeballs as quick as possible, as fast as possible, as large as possible, but that is not their end goal. I've seen TikTokers talk about how they're going to use the money that they're gaining from the platform to get into real estate.
For me, like, social media is maybe 20% of what I do. Like, I also do website businesses, e-commerce, I do real estate.
You couldn't do that without the money from social media, right?
Oh yeah, social media is literally what provided all of that for me.
So it was essentially for you, it was like seed capital started a company, right?
Yeah.
And again, the main one that I've been seeing is people using it to leverage their audience to other platforms, which I think is really smart. I just think not enough creators are thinking long term, and a lot of creators are riding the highs of their platforms and they're just moving like they're invincible, when the reality is
true.
You're not.
This was never like my main focus.
But for some people,
I'm concerned for them.
But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the name of social media is truly just capitalizing on what's in front of you, and once it dies down, trying to move on to the next thing. Once that dies down, let's just move on to the next thing, etc., etc., etc. And you just build platforms that do just last 2 to 3 years, but then you build another platform that lasts 2 to 3 years. But even if that is the game, even if that is the reality, I would advise for aspiring creators and any creator watching this, at the very least, incorporate some sort of community aspect to your content. Because even if that is the case, that we're just gonna hop on to the next thing every single time, you wanna have people actually following you to that next thing, right? Like, I follow meme pages on Instagram, right? Successful meme pages. But if they started a podcast tomorrow, I'm not checking that shit out. Why?
I respect that. That's funny. He's so right. It's so funny because it's one of those like it's a meme within the meme, right? Of like meme pages being like, oh, I have like such and such. Well, they're like, oh, I'm a meme creator, and then the girl gets like wet or whatever, you know what I mean? But like, a meme creator is like the least personal aspect of like anything.
Why would I? I followed you for memes. Why?
Yeah,
why would I
true.
check out your podcast? And also,
the meme is just like some other meme that some other page put up. They just got it like first, or they just happen to be lucky, you know?
don't make rash decisions off of one good month on social media.
True.
I wouldn't even
Good
make
point.
rash decisions after one good year on social media.
Yeah.
The attention, the followers, the money is volatile, and shit's just too risky in this economy. I ain't gonna lie.
True,
But with that being
true,
said, I'm gonna smack the fuck out of you. And I'm out, man.
Nice.
Peace.
Okay. That was a good video. I liked it, actually. It's pretty good. That is so funny. Okay. That was pretty good. Babu. Oh, I had his name in the middle of the fucking video like an idiot instead of, but whatever. Yeah, I like that guy. He was actually pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down in the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.